You're listening
You're listening
to another episode
of the Fresh Takes
podcast. And welcome back to our final draft edition episode. And this edition is NFC East, all-time players, hopefully all-time greats, but you can make your team how you want it. So if you want Corell Buckhalter as your running back,
hey, how'd you know?
Dang,
see
already taking our picks.
So I have lucked out with the pleasure of going first. And seeing as we're drafting a quarterback, two running backs, two receivers, and a tight end from a vast pool of NFC East greats, I'm going with someone might be considered a top three at their position of all time, and that is Terrell Owens at wide receiver.
Okay. All right. TL, wide receiver, already off the board. And he counts as two teams.
Yeah, so that's, a little added bonus.
Damn.
All right, Tank.
Man, I got too many good players on my prospects list to even try to narrow it down. Let's just go ahead and get my quarterback out of the way. I'm going Roger Staubach.
Okay. Respect there.
And
That'd be a
I
good
don't want
pick.
y'all to think that I was being biased, but
And remember,
pass
these
up on
people
him.
are in their primes.
Yeah.
So, all right. I'm going to go wide receiver as my first pick as well. I'm going to take Michael Irvin.
There you go.
I don't think somebody's happy about that pick. And
Sure.
since we're doing the snake and it's back to me, tight end, I'm taking Jeremy Shockey.
He was actually my fourth
Yeah.
round option on my tight end.
Here's my number 2 written down.
I think tight ends are kind of hard to come by for this.
Good pick.
So I think there was 3 good ones, and out of the 3, he was the top.
Yep.
I have 4.
Okay, well, back to you then.
Well, you took my damn wide receiver off the board. Let's go ahead and get rid of a wide receiver. I'm going OBJ, Odell Beckham.
Okay.
Jr.
Yep. That's a good one.
That's a good pick.
He was in my if people take my players section.
Yeah.
All right, Pat.
So, snake it on over to me here. Now, before I pick this person, do they have to be known for this team or like?
What do you
No,
mean?
because Jeremy Shockey was originally a Saint, and that's where he was for a good bit.
Okay.
I thought he was originally with you all.
No, he was drafted by Saints.
Well, then, for running back, I would take another probably all-time great and go Adrian Peterson.
Okay. All right. I see it.
That's
That's a little reach there, but I'll give it to you.
That's.
I will say this: we'll let the pick go, but they have to have more than 1 year with the team.
All right. Here. Well, I'll
go ahead.
You can have AP, but if you have somebody else, if you want to pick somebody else, go ahead. But yeah, for here out, they have to have at least more than 1 year with the team.
I'll give you AP. It don't bother me.
All right.
Which I think
I'll
AP
take
did
AP.
have 2 years with Washington, and then he got traded.
I think he might have, but I'm not sure.
So
I'd have to look it up, and I'm not looking it up right now.
Yeah, so we'll accept it.
All right.
So he's got TO and AP.
Snaking back to me, I'm going to have to take who I think is the best quarterback of all time in the NFC East. And that is actually Mr. Eli Manning.
Oh, yeah.
Really think he's the best of all time in NFC East?
Yeah, I do.
I think he's top 2.
I think he's top 3.
I know.
I'd give him
No,
number one.
Since you guys already did your quarterbacks, my quarterback, I'm going to save to the end because I don't have to worry about it now. But who I draft, I think is the best in the NFC East.
Okay.
But
so it comes back to me, right?
Sure does.
Let's go ahead. Get a running back out of the place because I have a feeling he's going to be dropping off soon, and that would be Emmitt Smith.
Okay. See, I liked Emmett, but I didn't want to draft him.
I had a feeling somebody would draft him. That's why I went ahead and took him now.
I am going to take running back as well. And this guy in his prime was probably one of the greatest to be in the NFC East. Give me Shady, LaShawn McCoy.
My gosh, I totally forgot about him.
Yeah.
So I went Cowboy, Giant, then an Eagle. So I'm going to take an Eagle and a Washington player at wide receiver in his prime as well. Give me Deshaun Jackson.
Oh, I thought you were going to say James Thrash.
Yeah, give me Deshaun Jackson, wide receiver.
I also thought you were almost headed Donovan McNabb direction there, and I was like,
See, that was one of mine if somebody took my quarterback.
Yeah.
He was my second choice quarterback. McNabb was.
I'll tell you last round my quarterback, but my other two quarterback choices was McNabb and prime Michael Vick.
Right.
So I need a running back, wide receiver, tight end. And he took my other wide receiver. Damn you.
Deshaun Jackson?
Yeah.
So I took both your receivers.
Yeah.
You better take your other one before I do.
I only had one more backup wide receiver because you took Odell and you took T.O.
Let's go with A.J. Brown. No?
Give it a couple more years and I could say A.J. Brown would be. But, I mean, are we going to count A.J. Brown? Because he's only been there for 1 year.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
That's true.
I'd say I know he's going to be there this year, but I don't know if we can count A.J. Brown.
Okay,
It's 1 year. If you want to do Devonta Smith instead, that's okay. Because he's been there 2 years.
Don't do Devonta Smith.
Yeah, let's take Devonta Smith.
Dang, Pat, was that your second pick? Did I just take it from you?
Oh, no. I was saying just because there's a striking one on my list that deserves to be drafted so much ahead of Devonta Smith.
Okay.
But
it's your pick.
It is. So maybe I'll take that one with my other receiver. And I will go Plaxico Burress.
Oh.
See, there's another Giants receiver that I feel like tops Plaxico, though.
Never.
He holds all of the receiving records for the Giants.
Victor Cruz?
No.
He mix.
I mean, is everybody's receivers off the board?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amani Toomer.
I didn't even think about him.
He holds all the records for the Giants.
That's longevity, not skill.
All
Didn't
right.
Plaxico Burress, he the one that shot himself in the leg?
Yeah.
So I'll snag my tight end while I'm snaking back here. And give me Jason Witten.
Yep, there's one of the other tight ends that I was talking about.
Just a remarkable career for a team I hated.
And then decided to go to the Raiders.
I know, stupid. Well, I'll just leave my tight end last. Let me go ahead and get rid of my running back. Do I go with Eagles or do I go with Washington?
See, I'm going to be honest, I had no Washington players unless you count Deshaun Jackson.
I had a bunch written down, but I've only taken one.
I have a backup, but yeah.
Clinton Portis. Let's take Clinton Portis at my running back.
That was my backup.
Yeah. That's one of the ones. Definitely a good pick.
All right, so let me take my final two off the board. And of course, as a Giants fan, you know I got to take running back Saquon Barkley. And if somebody took Saquon, I was gonna take Tiki Barber. So I was ending with the Giants
He was
anyways.
so Tiki was one of my options, just like
And
Brian
now
Westbrook.
quarterback. Y'all probably would hate that I'm saying this, but the one who
Dak
I think is
Prescott.
the one who I think is the best in the NFC East, and he's got 4 Super Bowl rings, Troy Aikman. I would say Aikman is probably the
I
best.
thought he had 3.
I think
But
he has 4 and Roger has 3.
I thought Aikman had 3 and Roger had 2. I don't know.
I can't remember
But
off
but
the top of
either
my head.
way, there's Aikman. He's not an all-time great quarterback. Don't let those teams mislead you. They're all-time
Yeah,
great
I
team
would
units.
say his team helped
It's top
him.
5.
Definitely helped him compared to what Eli had to go through.
Yeah.
It's top
But
5.
yeah.
I'll give him that. So I'm gonna take my
But
tight end now.
oh yeah. Sorry.
Well, yeah, it's your last pick.
Yeah, I know. And since you took both Jeremy Shockey and Jason Witten, let's go with Dallas Goddard.
Really over Zach Ertz?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I would have taken Ertz over Goddard.
Over Chris Cooley.
So I had Chris Cooley too. Had 4
What
tight
about
ends written
what
down.
about Philly special Trey Burton?
Oh hell no.
Or LJ Smith.
Surprised nobody took Nick Foles.
Hey, I really
Who's
wanted
your
to.
Nobody
who's
wanted
your
to
last
drop
running
legend
back?
Evan Ingram at tight end.
And with the final pick of the NFC East all-time draft, I select New York Giants running back Brandon Jacobs.
Solid pick. Solid pick.
Absolutely.
Over Tiki Barber?
Oh yeah, Tiki Barber fumbles way too much.
Yeah, Brandon was more of that power back that no matter how many people were on him, nobody was getting that ball from him.
No, but
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is all of our drafts. We hope you guys did enjoy. Comment down below who had the best draft out of this one. And if you haven't seen the other videos, there will be a link down below to go to that playlist. We hope you guys did enjoy. I had a fun time doing this with you guys. A little mad that you kept taking my picks in some of them.
not right.
But I think
What can
really
you
the
say?
only one that you took that I had to use my backups was in the movie one.
Yeah. So I just want to say this was actually pretty fun. And the movies was the hardest.
We're definitely
Yeah.
going to do more in the future.
Yeah. Movies was
Um,
definitely the hardest because there was like 10 movies you could choose from, and like
There
yeah,
was one
it
that if you guys took my running backs and stuff, I was going to break out and I'd be like, nobody's seen this movie.
there was a couple movies y'all said that I didn't.
Well, there was that fantasy football movie or whatever that came out last year
Oh
that
yeah, I
was
remember that.
controlled by the kid's daughter. I was going to take the running back off of that if I didn't have a running back.
Oh, we could have took The Rock from The Tooth Fairy.
There you go, at quarterback.
Yeah, dang it. All right, let's restart.
Redraft. All right.
There's been some tampering noticed.
I hope you guys did enjoy. We will be taking a little break next week, so we won't be having a video out Monday. That's why we have 4 videos out this week. But that gives us more time
And-
to prepare and get ready for everything.
Don't forget, if you're just listening to this on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, to make sure you go over to the YouTube to actually see our faces and some of the editing that we do. Yes,
Yeah,
Pat, we see your.
see the great editing that I get done. That takes me an hour to do every time.
I expect to see a little bit more enthusiasm in these videos.
Yeah, this one's gonna take a while to edit. I know that.
Oh yeah.
All
But
right.
this is Tank, and I just want to say, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. We're there. Fresh Takes Podcast, and I'm glad that you are willing to sit down and listen to us. This Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and go through our draft. And this is Tank signing off.
Take it out,
Peace.
Pat.
And this is Pat. And
The
you
ugly
might as
Pat.
well change my name to Harry Roseman because all I do is win drafts.
Yeah, okay.
It's been fun, boys. This was a fun episode. A couple episodes to do, and we should do more.
For sure, for sure.
All right. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Peace.
See ya.